What is going on, YouTube? And welcome back to the ClearCryptos channel, ClearCryptos Education, with myself, T.Hobbs from the Crypto Shop. And of course, you know, I got my man J.Seals. Whoa!
What just happened?
My music just went nuclear for some reason. I took my finger off the mouse. My bad, guys. Sorry, I didn't mean to blast your speakers if you're listening to us on the in the car. But my name is T.Hobbs from the Crypto Shop, and of course, you know I brought my man J.Seals with me. What's going on,
up, bro? Nothing much. What?
I hate being on the top, man. There we go. I hope everybody's having a good day out there in the ClearCryptos world, YouTube, Twitter. I'm gonna wait till we get a couple more people in here, and then we're gonna jump into what we like to call this segment is gonna be called Understanding the Markets, right? It's been too long. We've been going through crypto. Myself and Justin come from the investing and stock trading, day trading world, where you know there's a lot of rules, right? There's a lot of rules in everything you do, in regards to your portfolio, in regard to risk management, in regards to focusing on the price, your entry, your exits, practicing, right? Negative and positive catalysts, earnings reports, technical analysis, fundamental analysis. Like, it's a whole list of things. And I really feel like everybody needs to kind of understand those things. And tonight, we're going to try to wrap that up in a little bit of a bow for you. I got some cool little graphics we're going to go over, and then me and Justin will kind of have a little conversation. So, Tony P, what's going on, man? Throwing up the good vibes. What's going on, Tony? I hope you're having a good night, man. ClearCryptos in the building. Good vibes. I love it. CC Averto says, well, hello there. What's going on, CC? Dillinger Dave says, what's up, fam? What's going on, Dillinger Dave? Yeah, and guys, before I even get started, it needs not to be said, hit the like button. We're just getting this ClearCryptos educational channel off the ground, and you know, the more people we can reach out, I think the better. I think this information is going to be really good for those individuals that really need to hear it. So hit the like button on your way in, please. And if you're going to go ahead and bounce, make sure you hit the like button on your way out in case you forgot. All right. And then we got 4 in the building says, what's up again, fam? Yeah, it's like I just keep seeing y'all for some reason. I don't know what it is. that other show, I don't know what it is. Somehow I just keep seeing y'all.
I'm glad y'all made your way over here. Y'all found your way down here safe. I'm glad.
Exactly. So Justin, the first topic, man, while we got a couple people in here, the first topic I kind of wanted to hit on, man, I wrote some notes down. So, you know, I always come ready to go. I know y'all probably can't see that, but I always come ready to go. The first topic that I wanted to kind of hit on is portfolio management. Mm-hmm. I think portfolio management is very important, especially for people that complain about getting rug pull, because those things can happen, right? Or losing their life savings and stuff like that. I feel like in the stock market, people have a better understanding of portfolio management. And just, you know, get into that. Tell me your thoughts, and then I'll give you my spiel on what I've prepared for the people. I got a little meal prepared for them. So,
okay. Well, first off, I think the number one rule is diversification, right? Like that's top of the list. You never just want to throw all your money into one thing.
It's almost like you looking at my notepad, man. You over there cheating?
I'm trying. I don't know. Maybe I just see through. I don't know. But yeah, you have to diversify, right? Like I feel like that's number one rule of not getting completely wrecked, so that even if, you know, one crypto takes a hit and it knocks you out, you're not completely out the game. You know, they say don't put all your eggs in one basket, and I think that's the perfect the perfect analogy for diversification. Now, the other thing, and something that I live by myself, is, you know, we talk about having or we're doing the savings challenge, right, in our Discord that we have. Mm-hmm. And one thing that you can do once you save money or put money aside is to put a certain percentage of that into a play. So I know in the stock market world, a lot of people will say, hey, put 10% of your entire bag that you have set aside to invest, put 10% in this play, put 10% in this play, put 10% in this play, right? This still goes to diversification, but now we're putting more of a rule to it, right? So that way you're not spreading yourself too thin, but you're also not laying it too thick to the point where, you know, everything's in one play. So that way, you know, if you take a loss and let's say your 10% is $1,000, well, you're not going to lose that whole 1,000, right? Maybe you lose 200, but that's still better than, you know, putting 10,000 and losing all of it. So that's kind of the rule that I live by, is 10% into a play. And that's what I'm comfortable with losing, because that's really the thing, is you got to be comfortable with losing that 10%. It's not saying you're going to lose all of it, but you got to be comfortable in losing that percentage of your portfolio.
Yeah, it kind of goes to that verbiage that we always hear: never put money in that you're not willing to lose. Like, let's keep it a buck. Nobody wants to lose money. However, when you're in the stock market, when you're in the crypto market, you have to understand that everything is a risk. Investing is a risk, no matter what you're investing in, because you're placing a bet on a company or a product. You're placing a bet that particular company is going to do increase your portfolio, right? That being said, bets can go one of two ways: you win or you lose, right? If that's the case, then you only want to risk what you're willing to lose, and then it kind of just makes more sense when you kind of put it in that standpoint. But this right here is a coffee house portfolio, right? It's just a little portfolio that I Googled real quick before the show. And this particular portfolio is kind of like a breakdown of a diversified stock portfolio, right? You can see that they got 40% in bonds, large caps 10, large value 10, small cap 10, small value 10, REITs, which is real estate for those that don't know, and then international stocks, right? So imagine this particular portfolio, and then you can take this portfolio and you can literally put it to anything, right? Just ignore what the words say and think about the pie, right? The pie, you know, you like to eat your dessert first, right? So like the pie is what you should be focused on. For instance, if I have a $10,000 portfolio, right? I want to put 40% of that portfolio into something that I truly have confidence in, whether that be a blue chip crypto or a DeFi crypto, right? It doesn't really matter. It's all about what you have confidence in, right? And what you've done your research on, and you truly have confidence that will go up and make you value, and won't necessarily go become too volatile. Hang on, my dog is eating my trash bags over here. Hold on a second.
Oh man.
She's eating we get the little doggy bags for the diapers, and she literally took them off and just started eating them. Sorry, guys.
Jesus.
But yeah, so 40% of your portfolio, right? So if you got $10,000 and you put $4,000 into a less volatile stock, crypto, or whatever it is, right? Now you still have $6,000 in that portfolio to work with. So if that 4,000 for whatever reason, hopefully it doesn't, but if that 4,000 for whatever reason goes to zero, you still have 6,000 to play with. Now you can break that 6,000 up. Now you don't have to break it up into all assets, because one asset that they don't have on here, or one class that they don't have on here, is cash, right? Cash is a position too. So you really need to be aware of that, which is, you know, being liquid to a point, right? What you can do is, out of that $4,000, you can take 10%, put it in this DeFi project that you believe in. Put 10% in this particular project that you believe in. 10% here, 10% here. You break it up so that you're diversified and you've done your research on each and every company that you put your money in. And hopefully the goal is that each one of those go up so that your overall portfolio raises. However, you're allowing yourselves to be risk averse, not subject to too much risk, because your portfolio is diversified, right? And you still have a liquid position. So if everything goes to crap, right, and you still got $2,000, you're not out of the game, right? You can still get back in and continue playing the game. So that's kind of what I wanted to kind of touch on in regards to portfolio management. But we'll move on to the next topic right after we get to these comments. So Forrest says, talking about being safe, there's supposedly a wallet drain going on with Solana from Solan gambling sites. Not completely sure if it's true. Just be safe out there and get a ledger. Yep. Those are some things that you can definitely protect your portfolio. That's more like portfolio security. But yeah, that's a very good point for it. Thank you for that. And then what's going on, Oscar Ramos? I see you in the building. Said, what's up, Clear fam? What's going on? The doggies. Yeah, my dogs, man. They you know they crazy. Got 2 dogs and a cat over here. I'm at my brother's place. So but yeah, so the next thing that I wanted to kind of focus on, Jay, if you will, is practicing before you jump all the way in. Can you kind of speak on that subject, kind of how you view it? And then of course I'll finish up.
Yeah, okay. Well, okay, so I think I know where you want to go with this. So if you have a strategy, right, and you can find a strategy anywhere for trading. You can find it on YouTube, Twitter, whatever, right? And
Books.
yeah, books. You know, I think YouTube's a great source though to find trading strategies.
It is.
Definitely. But so you don't have to just ape into a play right away, right? You can what they call back test your strategy, right? So what that means is you can actually go back into the charts and you can see what would have happened if you would have entered into a crypto for the long term. And I feel like strategies work more for short-term trading more than long-term trading. However, one cool thing that you can do actually with TradingView, and I don't know if you want to pull this up because your TradingView should be able to do this, but you can actually go back in time and play a replay of whatever day you want to. Now, I believe sometimes you can do it on the unpaid version. Sometimes you can't. I don't know. It's really weird how it works. But yeah, you can actually, if you hit the, there should be like a play button. Oh, it's replay right there at the top. You see it top and then, yep, right there. You hit replay and then you can just click anywhere you want for a starting point. See, it deleted everything behind or in front of it. And then if you hit play, right, the button to the top left or kind of
I see. Yep. I didn't even see that little thing that just popped up.
If you hit play, you can see the candles are starting to form now, and so they go a little bit faster than what the day is. But you can back test your strategy that way. That's one of the best ways to back test a strategy. And TradingView has a neat little replay feature where you can go back and actually see how a stock or crypto was moving in that time period. So that's something I would definitely suggest is definitely back test it forwards, test it backwards. You know, if you're getting into stocks, you can paper trade it, and do it that way. But yep. I see you're smiling now. So you like my
little graphic? No. That's cool. Like I just, I threw this graphic up because it's dunk calculator, right? I love basketball. Like it's near and dear to my heart. So of course I gotta, relate it to it. But right. So learn how high you need to jump before you dunk a basketball, right? Many people get on the basketball court, right? You go to the YMCA, you go to, your local gym or whatever, and you always got this one guy that thinks he's better than he actually is, right? And that's kind of like the market, right? There's always a person in the market that thinks they know everything without actually practicing, right? They never know what they need to do or how high they need to jump to actually dunk the basketball. And it's seen when they go up to try to dunk and then they become a Sprite commercial, right? You know what I mean? Like that's just basically how it is, man. Like if you don't ever practice trading, if you don't ever put in the work, the day by day time, like Justin says, basketball players, athletes, right? People who make money, guess how they get better? They go back and they watch film. Just like Justin's saying, go back and watch your replays of your trades, understanding why you got into a trade, why you got out of a trade, take notes on your own trades. If you truly want to become a true investor or a true trader, right? You have to put the work in and then practice that particular strategy that you come up with to make sure that strategy is going to work, because this is real money at the end of the day. At the end of the day, this is your money that you're putting on the line that you could be putting towards something else, but you're trying to make generational wealth, right? The ultimate goal is, like Glenn always says, is win lifestyle, right? The ultimate goal is win lifestyle. You don't get to win lifestyle just by throwing darts with your eyes closed, blindfolded with your offhand, right? You get there by constantly practicing and understanding what it takes to get there. So great points. Very well done, Justin, with the replay, because I definitely forgot about that feature. Haven't used it in eons. But yeah, definitely a
Yeah.
good feature to pay attention to. So.
And another thing, just to add on to that too, which I mean, just goes to what you were saying, is you can have a trading journal, right? Like I have my own separate private Discord where I take pictures not every day, but pretty much every day of the stock market and stocks that I'm looking at. Because the thing is that when you'll start to notice patterns, and you'll see them all the time, right? It's not just with stocks, it's with crypto too. You'll start to notice the same things happen over and over and over again, because the crypto market or the stock market or whatever market you're trading in, people look for the same things, right? It's not a secret. That's why patterns work, because everybody's looking for that pattern. And when they see it, they pounce, right? So if you can, and I think I tweeted this too, like the way to win in this market, whatever market it is to find what you do right and repeat it over and over and over again. And that lays credence to your athlete analogy, is that athletes, they practice thousands upon thousands of jump shots. They practice free throws. They practice dunks. They do it. They wake up in the morning at like 4 a.m. in the morning to start training, and they don't stop until they go to sleep. And that's why they get paid the big bucks. And a lot of people don't see that. They only see the 3 hours that they're on the court to put on a show, but they don't see the countless hours that these people put behind the scenes to actually get to that point. And I feel like it's the same thing if you look at Twitter and some of these Twitter influencers that are like really big in the game in stocks or crypto, is that you see what they do on, when the game is happening, but you don't see the preparation it took, the hours, the days, the weeks beforehand. And if you want to get to that level, you have to be able to put, or be willing to put in, that same dedication that others put in.
Yeah, absolutely. I 100% agree. It's one of those things where you have to work at it. You have to take it seriously. You have to decide what it is you want to be, whether it's, do I want to just play in this game and see if I can make become 100,000 or a millionaire just by playing one single thing? No, you have to rinse and repeat every single day. That's the only way you get better. And then you go over that day's work, right? What did I do today? If I day traded Ethereum all day and I lost $800 every single day, you think I'm going to continue to day trade Ethereum the next week? No. But if I day trade Ethereum and I lose $100, and then I go back over the trade that I made on Ethereum, and I start to notice certain patterns, and I go and research those patterns, and I go and research, the catalysts or the fundamentals that are going on with the crypto market, right? And now I come back to the table after doing that research. Do you think that I'm going to take a $800 loss on Ethereum every day that next week? Probably not. I may not even be in the green, but at least I'm making progress. And the only way that I know that I'm making progress, which goes back to Justin's point, which is take notes on yourself. Be honest with yourself. Understand the game that you're playing. So it's a grown man's game, trading, investing is a grown man's game. So understand that. So
wait, because we opened up a can of worms here. I like it. Look,
I know how to spark your mind up.
You do. Look, here's the thing, and I don't think it's said enough. A lot of people, when they lose, they blame the market, but it's not the market. You should blame yourself, right? If you lose, it was on you, right? The market is unpredictable, and nobody knows whether they're going up or down. But at the end of the day, the market is you against you, and you have to be able to basically, essentially, defeat yourself. And we're gonna get deeper into that point in a bit here, but yeah,
how you know where I'm going?
Because I know. Because if you don't get into it, I will. But yeah, let's continue on. Go ahead and get into these comments real fast, and then we'll. Yeah,
no doubt.
We'll keep pressing.
Shout out to my man Adam Shelton in the building. Says great content. Hey, thanks a lot, Adam. We appreciate you. And then we got Man Who Plays with E says, what up? What's going on, bro? What kind of E you playing with?
Yeah, I'm glad you asked the question because I was thinking it.
Glenn says, awesome team. Let's effing go. Let's go, Glenn. I appreciate you, man. BK2 in the building. What's going on, BK2? Then we got ClearCryptos says, Hobbs and Justin are awesome. So knowledgeable. Hey, thank you, ClearCryptos. I appreciate you. Kat Johnson says it's so much easier to blame the market. It takes the sting out of the loss. I know, Kat. I know. It's easier. Honestly, like you guys gonna hear an unpopular opinion from me, which isn't abnormal, right? But it's easier to lose than to win. Think about that for a second. It's easier to lose than to win. And here's what I mean. When I used to day trade, right? Or I still day trade, I just haven't done it in a while. When I was learning to day trade, and I actually made this point to Justin one day, and I said, when I'm down in a play, when something's not going my way, it is so easy for me to sell. To say, you know what, let me get up out of here. Like it's you know what I mean? Like it's easy for me to sell and take that loss. Because it's like I want to recoup the money that I still have left, right? It is the complete opposite when you're up. When you're up and you don't have a plan, you're flying blind. Because you're flying up and you're making all this money, and because you didn't make a plan, right? Because you didn't make a plan, it's harder for you to sell because you don't even have a marker set, right? You didn't have a loss point, and now you don't have a win point. So you don't even know that you're winning. So it's easier to just take the loss. That's the scary part. So the objective when you're trading, when you're investing, is to flip that mindset. One, understand that a win is a win. I don't care if it's 1%, 20%, or 300%. A win that doesn't hurt your portfolio only increases your wealth, right? A loss, if it's going to be a loss, understand before you even take the play. Whatever the cryptocurrency is you're investing in, whatever the stock is, whatever the options is, whatever it is, understand what your loss is, like where you want that risk to be. Because when you hit it, at least you know, okay, now I've hit my loss point. Let me get out, start over. Okay. Know how much you're willing to lose. When you win, how do you know you win if you don't know the score, right? There's no way of knowing that you won if you don't even have a score set. Like, what are we playing to, right? If we're playing a game of 21, going back to the basketball analogy, right? Then I know if I get to 21, you know what I'm saying? Or if we tie at 19, I got to get to 22 and beat you. You know what I'm saying? Like, or if we tie at 21, I got to get to 22. Whatever it is, I know the rules of the game before I enter it on the court, right? It's the same thing with investing and trading. If you come in with a game plan and you know at 40%, I'm taking profits off the table. At 100%, I want my profits. I'm taking my money back. Now you've won. The rest is just house money. So you got to be able to understand that particular part of the trading aspect. 90% of trading is due to behavioral patterns. The other 10% is knowledge, right? Like 90% of it is all mental. Like you have to be able to defeat, like Justin was saying, defeat yourself. So
see, I agree like almost 100% with you. Almost. You're so close. You were so close.
So close. Oh,
but
please,
there's a
Justin,
little part.
Tell us.
No. So I think you were talking about you personally, but there are like a multitude of traders that have like the exact opposite problem, right? So there's the traders who it's like this is like I'm out because I'm down a certain amount, but then when they get up, like you said, it's like, oh well, I don't know when's the right point to get out. But then the opposite trader is the one who's down and who's really down and is like, oh, this is coming back, back, and it never comes back. And before they know it, what was $100 loss is now $1,000
loss,
and then the $1,000 loss is now a $10,000 loss.
Yeah,
and and I know where all those people hide too. They all hide on Reddit.
Yeah, loss porn. Yeah. That's one thing that they have on Reddit. Yeah. Yeah, no, I would tend to agree with you as well. Like I think it's 50-50, right? People just I guess the ultimate point that I was trying to make is have a plan, right?
Oh no,
like,
100% agree.
Yeah,
100% agree. But I think that like so one big aspect to the psychology of people, right, is that we don't like to lose, right? Nobody really likes to lose, right? So we'll do anything to protect ourselves from losing. And one way to do that is to lose even more. If you think if you think about it, right, like if a trade is going bad, how many people are actually like, oh, you know what, this is okay, it's gonna come back? A lot of people, because especially if they were up a significant amount at one point, right? We've seen that happen where the psychology comes in and they're like, oh, it'll be okay. It's coming back. It's coming back. Yep. And it never comes back. And eventually they wake up and they realize that all their money was gone because they held on.
Loss prevention, man. You gotta practice loss prevention.
and you know, an interesting analogy to this is gambling, like literally gambling, and the difference between the stock market and the crypto market, and then gambling, because there is a big difference, right? If I go to a blackjack table and the small bet to play just to get in is $5, I know I'm losing that $5, right? That's all I'm putting on the table is $5. And if I win, then I get $10. But if I lose, then $5 is gone, right?
Yeah.
But in the stock market or the crypto market, if I put $5 in, right, that $5 can go to $300, right? But it can come down as well. Now you're still only betting the same amount of money, but you always have that lingering thought in the back of your mind, like this thing can keep going up.
Yep.
So you can just leave it in there, even if it's never going to come back.
Yeah.
So
no, I agree.
I feel like that is a huge it's a huge hurdle for people to overcome, to be like, hey, look, I lost. I know I lost. It's not my fault that I lost because I didn't have any control over what the market was going to do. So now let me take my money out and then let me find a better entry point into this play, or let me find a different play that I believe in, right? I'm okay with losing because I'm not going to blame myself for the loss because it wasn't my fault, right? And I think that goes into not blaming the market. If you lose, it is your fault, but it's not your fault, right? Like once the money's in, the outcome's going to be the outcome, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Absolutely. Well, thank you, Justin. Yeah, I feel smarter already. See?
Hey, I try.
But yeah, so I'm gonna get to these comments and then we'll get to my next topic. So I think you got that one, man. You dunked it. You learned how to dunk. But Kat Johnson says that and whiskey. So apparently, if you take a loss, whiskey makes it feel better. I have to.
I'll have to try that one time.
Yeah, Bean and Wilder giving it. Hey man, what's going on, man? I appreciate you, Justin. Kat, Justin, buddy, giving hugs. Okay. Welcome in. Oh, and then ClearCryptos reminds us, welcome to the channel. Please remember to like and subscribe and enjoy the show. Appreciate you guys. Get some popcorn, pull up a chair, enjoy the show, man. CFM Podcast says, Seifu 8 family sends love. Keep doing amazing things. Thank you so much. And then Kat Justin says, I treat DGen plays as gambling, to be honest. There's not a difference between doubling down on 10 in blackjack versus doubling down on a token named Baby, Putin, Doge, King, Inu. All right. Glad you said that. I'm so happy you said that. So here's the thing. I am not a DGen. I know it's going to blow somebody's mind. I know it's going to make me sound crazy, but I'm not, right? I've never been. That's never been my thing. And here's why. Because it goes against all of my rules. Every single rule, trading rule that I have, DGen plays, they go against them all. First thing, do I have confidence in that company? Now, if a company is called Baby, Putin, Doge, King, Inu, I'm already like, what? And then I read the white paper, right? And, or I read, about the company, or I do a little research on the company, and, they're promoting an upcoming film, or they're promoting, they're basically using the upcoming catalyst as a reason to create a token. That's a red flag for me. Off top, I don't put my money there. Do people make a killing off quote unquote DGen plays? Absolutely. Not telling you not to do it. All I'm saying is the reason why I don't do it is because it goes against my rules. And you're right, it is gambling. That is definitely gambling, because there are ways to gamble in the stock market or the crypto world. You just explained it, right? And just like gambling isn't illegal, neither is investing in DGen plays. Just know your risk tolerance. And that goes back to portfolio management. So glad you said that.
Yeah, I also don't think fast money is sustainable money,
Nope.
right? Like you don't learn anything by throwing your money into a DGen play, 2, 3, 4xing it, getting out, and then going to the next DGen play, right?
Yeah,
because at
some point you go crap out, right?
it's not even that. I almost feel like you don't respect. I don't want to say you as in you, Kat, but people don't respect the profits that they made, right?
Mhm.
Because if you let's say you go into a project that's a DGen play and you forex it in like 3 or 4 days, right? Your money's out and you're on a high, right? Like, oh, this is great. I just forex my money. You know, where's the next one? Because that's what happens. Where's the next one? Where's the next one at? Right? You get into the next one. Maybe that one does good too. Oh, now I'm really on a ride. I got 2 in a row. I can't lose. Where's the next one? And that next one takes all of your money away, right? Because you put, you forex, so now you're putting 16x in there, and then it's all gone because this DGen play didn't work out for you, and now you're back to square one, right? I mean, the old adage is, what is a man without their rules? You're just flying blind at that point. So, I mean, DGen plays definitely isn't for me either. I like to live by a set of rules too, because those rules are in place because they protect me, right? Those rules are in place because I made mistakes. I learned from those mistakes, and then I put those rules in so I protect myself. In the Navy, we go by publications to fix all of our gear, right? And so we have these warnings in the pub, and we say the warnings are written in blood, because if a warning's in the pub, then that means that somebody died, and that warning is a result of a death. So it's kind of the same way I look at my rules. Like, the death was my money, and I don't want to have another death of my money. So I'm gonna put a warning in my rule book saying I'm not gonna do that again.
The death was your money, and your portfolio is family, and I don't want any more deaths in the family.
Exactly.
So all right, so we'll hop into this and then we'll get into it. Mud says Daytona is booked. I actually booked my flight today as well. I meant to book it yesterday, but I ended up booking it right after the show. So I'm booked. I'll be there Thursday night. I'll be in Jacksonville Thursday night, and then Justin and myself will drive up on Friday. So we'll be there early to kind of hang out, meet everybody. So LFG, can't wait to see everyone. Let's go, CC Averto. You coming too? We'll see you there. ClearCryptos says you can still have rules in DGen plays. It is 100% gambling though, and should not make up a large percentage of your portfolio. And that's kind of what Justin is saying. It's just, for me, they break my rules, right? If it's a DGen play, it probably doesn't have good fundamentals either, right? So that's kind of where, like, you have to pass the fundamental test first, right? If the fundamentals of the company smell fishy, I'm good. Like you said, all money ain't good money, so I'm just going to pass on the play, and that's okay, right? That's completely okay. So let's move on from that topic before we run up all the time talking about this one thing. My next topic is going to be negative and positive catalysts, right? I'm going to kind of put this one all together. Justin, your thoughts on negative and positive catalysts? And remember, it's only an hour show, okay? So don't take up all the daggone time. I'm just playing. Take your time, brother.
So in what regards to like negative and positive catalysts, what do we?
All right, so when it comes to the markets and charts, right? Mostly charts, right? You want to be able to understand how a negative or positive catalyst can adjust or not adjust your trading strategy, right? Meaning, if something extremely negative comes down and you know that it's coming, right? Or you kind of see the writing on the wall, you need to be able to react to that based off your trading strategy, i.e., pull your money out, make it safer, move it to stocks or cryptos that may not be. I'll give you a perfect example, right? Because this might spring your mind a little more. All right, so here's your example. March 11th, 2020, World Health Organization declares COVID-19 as a pandemic, right? That would be considered a negative catalyst, right?
Yeah, 100%. 100% right. Negative.
Now, we take a look at the SPY right here. This is March 11th, 2020. Before it was officially, announced as a pandemic, look at what the chart did, right? We were on this natural high, just cruising along, and then boom. Now, most of us didn't know that we were headed toward a pandemic, but the writing was kind of on the wall that something bad was happening, right?
Yeah.
Now, in crypto, you have the opportunity to trade 24/7. Stock market, this big old gap right here, them people just didn't have a chance, right? Like they didn't really have a chance. However, in crypto, we don't really live by those rules, right? So when this happened in crypto, guess what? People probably were starting to do back in March of 2020. they were either selling their positions or they were buying more. What I mean from negative and positive catalysts is you need to decide how you're going to play these catalysts. By that, I mean understanding the fundamental analysis of what's actually happening so that you can decide whether or not, okay, am I going to play it safe, pull my money out, or am I going to start buying this dip up? Because guess what? When people started buying this dip up, guess what the market did?
Yeah.
Went on an historic run. So that's kind of the thought process going on.
So I would say that it goes back to having a plan and having a plan on how to deal with any type of catalyst that hits the market before it happens, right? Because catalysts are inevitable, right? Either positive or negative. That's part of what moves the market, right? So if you're in a crypto play and you're up, let's say, I don't know, 100% on your money, right? And your plan was to be up 200%. Well, now we're already far above losing money, right? Because we're not going to let this trade that's green go red on us. So the plan, at least for me, or how I would approach the uncertainty of any catalyst is going to happen, is I'm going to say, okay, I'm willing to lose 30% of what I'm up currently. So I'm up 100%. I'm willing to go down to 70%. So if anything happens, then I know I'm giving myself a 30% cushion. So if something bad were to happen like that, once I'm at 70%, that's it. I'm cutting it. I'm out, right? I'm gonna keep the bag that I have now. And now that we have this horrible negative catalyst, now I'm looking for ways that I can get back into the market, whether that be dollar cost averaging, which there's a great video on ClearCryptos about that, by the way, not by us, but we got to promote the team. So yeah, there's a great video on that on this very channel. But if not, then waiting for the market sentiment to change, right? So I'll be looking for positive stuff that is going to make the market start to be like, I'm intrigued. It's going to start to get buyers back in the market. It's going to start to get institutions to come back, right? So whenever you have a trading plan, it's one, important to stick to that plan, but two, to have baked in plans in case something else were to happen. It doesn't have to be super complex. Like I said, it could be as easy as just saying, hey, if I'm down 30% from this 100%, then I'm taking my profit and I'm getting out. Or, if you're already in the play and you just got in and something bad happens, well, you already knew you're getting out if you're down 10% or 20%. So it doesn't matter. You get out and you're like, hey, okay, this was negative. And then you look to re-enter in a place where you feel confident you're going to be okay. Yeah. So that's kind of how I would deal with the negative or positive catalyst. If it's a positive catalyst are a little bit harder, I think, because
you never know how the market's going to kind of react to them.
Well, not only that, but the timing, right? They have a very specific way to time positive catalysts to where you're going to miss it, right? You're only going to be able to capture a part of the move unless you were just very lucky to be in early. It's very hard to catch a positive catalyst. It's not impossible, but I feel like they make it extremely hard because they know the times to put it out when people aren't necessarily looking for them.
Exactly. Like they slip in a report in the middle of the night, and by the time you wake up, the play is up 100 or 200%.
Exactly.
Or in today's HKD model, 2,300%. So, crazy things can happen in this market. I think everything just kind of goes all the way back to like having a plan, right? Now, how do we tie this back into ClearCryptos? Very, very simple. And to me, it boils down to one word, right? That word, in my opinion, is education, right? So the reason why we come on this channel, once or twice a week, live stream, the reason why I bust my ass, me and Justin, to make videos for ClearCryptos is because I give a S about the education, right? I think that it's important as hell to have this particular aspect of ClearCryptos. The reason why I come on here and myself and Justin have these conversations, live on the ClearCryptos channel is because I honestly feel like the smarter the investor is, the better the market is. The smarter the investor is, the stronger the market is. The stronger the market is, the more people feel safe to be here. All of that comes all the way back down to one simple word, which is education. So one of the reasons why I'm very, very bullish on ClearCryptos as a brand, as a company, and as a project, right? It's because I know that education part, they're gonna nail it. One, I know for a fact that, the people that they have working with this team, very established people, very well versed in the market that we're getting ourselves into. So that being said, let me not forget before Muzz or ClearCryptos kills me. Listen, guys, this is real simple. If you haven't taken the opportunity, go to the Twitter page, click the link tree right here, click on the Discord tab, and you will be sent to our Discord channel, in which we're releasing a ton of information over there. We're keeping everybody up to date on the channel. And as of today, we just got a new channel added to the Discord. Let me see if I can pull it up over here. Where is my Discord tab? There it is. See if I can pull it up over here. So this particular channel just got added to the Discord right here. It's launch announcements. So that's telling you that we're getting a little bit closer. ClearCryptos is gearing up, and you don't want to miss the boom, right? So that being said, I'll go ahead and let Justin get back to his thoughts on kind of unwrapping what I just said and bringing things all the way back to ClearCryptos and how you view it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm with you on the education thing. A funny thing that you mentioned, and I really hate the us versus them mentality, or like blaming people for other people's strife. But let's just be honest here. Whales don't want us to become whales, right? They want us to stay dumb, right? They don't want us to be the smart money, because then we take away money from them. I mean, it's just plain and simple, right? And one way that we can fight against the whale money is to become smarter, because they already have the education. They already know what they're doing. They're banking on us to not know what we're doing, so we give them money so they can steal it from us. So this education piece is really, really important, because the more we know, the more we can protect ourselves when we are investing. And that's the biggest thing that I like to preach, is you have to protect yourself. Yes, it's a gamble. Yes, it's a risk, right? Every market is, like Hobbs said. But what separates the market from gambling in Vegas or wherever else you're going to gamble is the education part, because it's not luck, right? You can put yourself in a position to lower the risk and raise your reward. And once you learn how to do that, the profits will come. And one big thing that I love stressing is it's the process over the profits, right? The profits are going to come, but you need to learn the process first. And the process is having a trading plan, having a strategy, not going into the market blind, not chasing green candles, understanding technical analysis, understanding fundamental analysis, putting all those pieces together and practicing them, and then going into the market and practicing them even more. Having a trading journal, taking screenshots of charts, marking them up, everything that we talked about today, that is what makes you a well-rounded investor or trader, or however you plan on getting into the market. Those are the key things that you need to focus on. And then once you're there, it's just about mastering your emotions and, mastering your fear, mastering your greed, and really knowing yourself. One thing about the trading journey that I really love the most is that I've learned more about myself and how I am than in any other thing that I've done.
Yeah, you've changed a lot too.
Yeah. I mean, but you do.
It was almost, it's almost therapeutic.
Yeah,
trading, when you truly take it seriously, it's a very, very, very. Hold on, my 2-year-old is here.
I think for me, it's the journey, right? It's not the destination, it's the journey. For me, the journey that I've gone on, it's really transformative. Like I said, you really learn about yourself, You learn about your own emotions, and then you have to learn how to deal with those emotions.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Definitely therapeutic. Definitely something that, you should definitely take the time and work on. And then we'll jump through these last comments and then we'll go ahead and close, man. Great conversation tonight, Justin. Kawhi says, here what I do with DGen plays. I make 2x, a 3x, and invest in 2x into a more sustainable project and repeat. Well, if that's your plan, that's great. At least you know what you're doing, right? So that's all that we're trying to preach here, right? Always takes profits in DGen plays as soon as they're realized. Let's go, Cat Justin. And then Crypto says, don't forget to join the Discord. Yep, threw it out there. In order for crypto adoption to happen, it's our responsibility to help guide smart investors, making the market smarter in general, right? That's just what we do. Muzz throwing me a hug. Thanks, Muzz. I didn't want to get beat up by you, you know what I'm saying? So
just the streets of Daytona.
Yeah, and we're at about 45 minutes, and interesting. We're about 45 minutes into this particular episode of ClearCryptos. But Justin, you want to give kind of your final closing thoughts? I got a 2-year-old running around here, and before he gets crazy, I better close.
Yeah, I'm just excited. I'm excited for what's to come. I feel like I say this every time, but clarity, trust, act, know, all the stuff that ClearCryptos is bringing. It's going to be a wild ride, and I'm here for it 100%. I'm super excited. I feel blessed to be on the channel with all these content creators that are amazing. And but more importantly, I'm just happy that the education is getting out, right? Like, education is power, knowledge is power, and then what you do with that power is on you. So, we're out here trying to empower through education, and then, we want to see everybody succeed. We want to see everybody blossom. We want to see everybody become that thousandaire, that millionaire, or whatever you dream to be in the market, or whether that's just being a great trader or just understanding the market and current events and what's going on. Whatever that is, we're here to support, and I'm just happy to be a part of the journey. So
sorry, I forgot to unmute. So just always remember to learn the fundamental analysis and how to deal with them. Understand the technical analysis as much as you possibly can. Learn how to deal with negative, positive catalysts. But more importantly, learn how to manage your portfolio so that you too can learn how to dunk, or how.
I think you rugged. It wouldn't be a stream of Hobbs.
You hear me?
Rug. Yeah, we can hear now. It's not a Hobbs stream if you don't rug once.
It wouldn't be a Hobbs stream it wouldn't be a Hobbs stream if I didn't rug at least once. But yeah, more importantly, you want to put all of these tools together so you yourself can learn how high you need to jump in order for you to be able to dunk. So those are my thoughts. But guys, my name is T.Hobbs from the Crypto Shop. That guy up there is J.Seals. And we are going to be out of here from the ClearCryptos channel so I can go get this baby boy. I appreciate you guys. You guys have a great night. We out. Peace.